Let me say good morning to each and every one of you. Yes, it's my birthday. And if you'd like to share or if you'd like to give a gift of some kind to help our broadcast to go forth, I'm grateful for this long opportunity to serve in broadcasting in various positions that I've had. Moving up to the 1-year anniversary of the MacMan Morning Show. Please support us today and say happy birthday. It's not going to hurt you. It's my week. So let's see what's going to happen. Celebrate with the MacMan.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show. Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car, no matter if you're near or far. Tune in quick cause you might just miss the best show this side of the city. It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car, no matter if you're near or far. Just miss the best show this side of the city. It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 No matter if you're near or far, tune in quick cause you might just miss the best show this side of the city. It's the MacMan Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you in your car, no matter if you're near or far.
And grand rising to all of you on this wonderful Monday, 17th of March. We're at 4 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. Grand rising. And yes, those of you that still saying good morning to all of you all. I hope that you had a peaceful weekend, but unfortunately here in our region, and especially in the state of Mississippi, there has been some dangerous storms, tornadoes that have landed, and many have perished within the region. Travel, everything has had to stop. People were hunkered down, and I've never experienced a whole state that was under tornado warning or watch but I experienced it. I experienced it this weekend, and my condolences and my prayers to all of the people that were affected by this night or weekend of rough weather. It got so bad that churches far north as Elgin, Illinois, had tornadoes and took roofs off of churches, and down in Greenwood, Mississippi, was hit tremendously. I got a video from someone that sent me, and I wanted to just share with you this on today about the intensity of a storm. Let me go here and play this right quick for you.
That's a tornado. Oh, look at that tree. All that's falling on Wayne House over there. We in it. Look at that. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. We in it, baby. Oh. Man. That's a tornado.
Now, the tornado is right there. They're in the midst of.
Camper gone, baby.
First thing you should do is get away from the windows, but they didn't.
Camper gone.
I'm just glad it wasn't as serious.
Camper is smooth gone. Back glass broke out of there. Camper is gone.
And as you see, in a matter of seconds,
Jesus, man.
not even a whole minute or so, this destruction.
Man, Lord Jesus. It's crazy. Lord, man. Why I gotta be in Tall Town, man? Look at my car, man. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Man, everything. Ain't a lot going on a tree over there.
Okay. We want to, we are grateful. Wait a minute, let me get this off. All right. We're back. It was very horrendous. That storm ripped through a place that was already hit, rolling for Silver City, Greenwood, around in that area, Terrytown, which you just saw, Tylertown, I think that's. So I don't have it precisely. I want to thank them for that video. It was tremendously scary at times. The reports that I had gotten were cars that were flipped over and many other things, and people did lose their life. I think the majority in Mississippi. Right now, I got 7 fatalities in the state of Mississippi. That so far, I don't know if there's a still actively looking for people. I was trying to get the mayor of Holly Springs, Mississippi. Holly Springs got hit a little bit, and I wanted to get her to come on, Mayor Sharon Gibson of Holly Springs, Mississippi. We were trying to get her to come on this morning, but there's going to be tremendous cleanup. There are small areas and small towns that don't have the infrastructure or the wherewithal to help. So I don't have any relief numbers. My thing is give through the Red Cross. Be very careful about these times. People will scam you and say that they're helping the people of Mississippi and things like that. I don't have any information whatsoever to give to you. to help with relief efforts there. I don't know what their needs are, so I would advise all of you that have relatives, friends, people, somebody, somewhere, somehow, we're connected to these southern states of Arkansas, got hit really hard. Alabama got hit real hard. Tennessee got hit hard. Arkansas. It was as those storms come over and across the Mississippi and picked up in intensity, it was really something. I mean, when the street lights come on in the time where it's supposed to be daylight, you know that there's some serious things going on. Luckily, like I said, and blissfully, in my immediate area that I am in the Mid-South, there were no fatalities whatsoever, to mention. Listen, folks, these weather patterns and things have not ended. And they're not, like I said before, it will not. We're in that season, the rainy tornado season. And in the southern region where I am, it is Tornado Alley, as they say. And we're just want you to be vigilant on there. Please pray for all of those residents. There's some real shocking video that I have seen. I have not had the rights or the opportunity to be able to review it. And like I said, I was reaching out to someone that would be able to comment on the horrific situations that are going on. It is, and I'm not saying that lightly, folks. I'm saying it with all honesty. When you have tornadoes, 12 and 13 tornadoes jumping off at the same time in an area, whether it's dark, rural, what have you, there are no resources that are there. If you do live in these areas, get you a good weather radio. Your phone should be good, but just in case, there are several ways to receive a warning. There's the regular microwave signals that are being used, and then you have the digital signals. Digital signals will go down quicker than the microwave or a airwave. If I'm not saying, I'm not an engineer, but like the regular AM, FM channels and the regular channels that are produced, not digital. I'm talking about regular microwave that can get out better. Ham radios and those different things. There are many different ways of communicating that you have to communicate. Don't always depend upon your telephone. Get you one of those get you some solar radios and generators and things that you can use in the case of an emergency, because you don't know when they will happen. And there are people in the state of Mississippi that are not just totally devastated, but this is their second round. That area in southern Mississippi, in the southern Delta, Greenwood, Greenville, around there, coming on up into Clarksdale, even up into the Delta, is Tornado Alley. It's going to come that way, and I'm grateful to hear that. Even though that there are fatalities, I know that there was one injury that I did hear about, but I'm grateful that. God knows it could have been worse, and especially at night. You don't know what direction it's coming from unless the lightning is flashing in the background. You don't know where it's coming from, where it's headed. And even with radar detection, they had people out there storm chasing. You can't see anything out there unless lightning hits the back. See, some people do some things that are just totally strange. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. Good morning to each and every one of you. I'm just reaching out and letting you all know about the situations that had happened within our region. This is important because Mississippi is often last in relief efforts. They're often last in getting the help. They're often last in getting the assistance that they need. And I'm calling on everyone. Call your representatives, call your state representatives, your state senators, and let them know how you're feeling and what's going on and how you feel about relief efforts. Make sure you call MEMA, you call the people. Make sure that Mississippi should have everything that everybody else has. The urgency is there. Most of the fire departments, which I'm a firefighting officer, most fire departments are volunteer. Now, folks got to go to work and take care of their families and look out for those that they have to respond for. So my hat's off to all of my brother firefighters and sister firefighters and first responders, police, ambulance, EMTs, doctors, nurses, orderlies, everybody that makes up relief workers. We need to support these people because it's okay, it's Mississippi now, but it could be anywhere. And Mississippi just needs your help. So I'm just recommending that you use the Red Cross and an official means of helping. Don't send anything. Don't, be careful about these, even the churches and religious organizations. Just be careful about how you disperse your money and your information. People are starting pages and different things. Be very careful, folks. I would suggest you go to an official means like the Red Cross or the Salvation Army, something like that. We need reputable, and we do have reputable nonprofits that are out there that we got to get out there. That's what the community calendar is for, to let people know wherever your organization is. Listen, you can help somebody. It's Mississippi now. It's already, they've already cut off some of the food resources for some of the pantries down there. There are people that lost everything, and think about poor people on top of poor people. And I'm not just making speculation. There are a lot of people that really, really, really are suffering in the state of Mississippi. Good morning to Diane Black. Hopefully, we hope somehow, I don't know what she's going to do, but Congresswoman, we sure wish she was in Congress now, because we really do need the resources here. And yes, there's a state of emergency that has been declared. I don't put my trust in that particular official. I don't, because they were getting ready to cut the FEMA budget when disasters happen. Just like they're happening. I mean, you had, I counted 12 tornadoes on the ground at the same time. Unheard of. I never heard of, and in different directions. They were coming from different directions. And you did not know unless you saw on the radar, if you would have saw what was going on. We don't pay attention that people still have their relatives, their friends in the South. Whether it's Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, these places got hit. Georgia had got hit so hard with a surprise. It was coming across now. It hit Mississippi. The whole state of Mississippi was on alert. I have never seen that. But God kept us, and he kept us. But those that have perished and that have fatalities, we, as we say from the McMahon Morning Show, we do send our prayers and our condolences to those families. And like I said, to every responder, every fireman, and every police officer, firefighter, police officer, ambulance driver, no matter what emergency situation, the persons that road departments, because you got all kinds of debris and things that are everywhere, and we still live in this rural society. It really was dangerous. It really was dangerous. And that was round one. Round two had came through. Thank goodness round two wasn't as intense as round one, as I don't know, because as I was showing you on the video, it really, 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 I mean, here people are sitting there like, man, this is happening. It is not a spectator sport. Don't be like the people that you saw in the video all out in the window. First thing that's going to go is the window anyway. It's the pressure that will come in and it'll explode those windows. Those windows will come in and glass will go everywhere. You looking out the window and looking out the door. Better find a safe place to be. The thing that I have with Southern houses, some of the Southern houses don't have basement. You had a basement, you was pretty good. You hit the basement and you were pretty safe. But there are hardly any basements in the state of Mississippi because of the low level of land level that's there, and especially in the Delta. There are no basements or anything like that. So excuse me, we thank God that those people are safe and secure. Happy birthday coming to Bishop Larry Trotter. Coming up in a couple of days. I heard about the wonderful celebration that he had on this past week, sir. Uh, I'm grateful to be a part, and with all things that are going on, wish could have been there. But we're grateful that you're having a great day too. Our chairman of our deacon board, Deacon Alvin Moore. Good morning to you, sir. To the section leader of the altos of the choir. They gotta have section leader, Miss Sharon Reed, and then Apostle Anthony Reed, our apostle. I'd like to say good morning to all of you. To Alice, a blessed child of God, our chief moderator, and keep things together. She like Chief Usher. Chief Usher don't play. Chief Usher don't play. So don't play with our moderators. We want to thank all of you that are here listening, and all of you all that are in the bushes. I got something I'm gonna talk about when I come back. Brother Lee gonna come shortly. He'll be here. This is Monday, and we're trying to get some things together. Yes, pray for Mississippi. We're gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back after these messages that we have. Yes, this is the Mac Man Morning Show. Good morning, grand rising to all of you that are there. Martin G, if Martin Johnson, if you out there, just wave your hand to the folks or something. But we'll be right back.
Tune in to the Mac Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there. If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios.
Our families are precious. We work hard each and every day to make sure that they're safe and secure and have a future. Jones McDonald Insurance Agency, a full-service insurance agency, is here to help you with all of your needs, whether it be life, health, auto, home, or specialty insurance. Call Farmers Insurance Agent Latoya McDonald at 708-722-1538, 708-722-1538.
As we see, their new building is up and jumping and running, and the new grand opening will be happening real soon. In Dolton, Illinois, St. Patrick's, Tiffany Kamar, a wonderful company, and we're grateful for her. We're putting together our presentation, and we should have it real soon. I wanted to also spotlight Michelle Franklin's Tax Services. Get your returns in early, folks. Please get your returns in early. Get your free estimate without leaving home. A convenient way to receive your refund. Personal, business, and 1099 customers are welcome. Schedule your free estimate on today. Make sure you do. And if you do business with her and you get your returns and you're satisfied, of course, Michelle says she will send you on a 3-day, 2-night vacation anywhere in the lower 48. Call her right now at area code 708-296-3133. That's 708-296-3133. Up to $7,000 in advancements you can get. Listen, I got a special announcement that I want to make about Pizza Pro XL. Yes, Pizza Pro XL in Marks, Mississippi. Listen, let me tell you something. There are great things coming, especially when you have a help wanted sign and you want people to come and work. And I tell you this, I heard that she had slots. She's employed over 20 people in the area that really does need economic development, especially the people that are in that region that's been affected by even storms and different things. Any kind of upset in the economy makes a bad shift, especially for the people of Mississippi. But this is someone that is doing something about it. And Pizza Pro XL is having a job fair, starting on, it will be on March 22nd from 10 to 5 at Pizza Pro XL. That's on 286 East Main Street in Marks, Mississippi. That's 286 East Main Street in Marks, Mississippi. You can call Pizza Pro XL, ask for Miss Wright, Miss Bridget Wright. She is the owner and proprietor there at area code 662-326-3006. That's 662-326-3006. She's hiring, and it's a wonderful thing to see that people are hiring. And I let them know that I was going to put this out because it is needed, and people are asking you to come to work. It's a wonderful opportunity and especially be working for folks that look like you. Penelope done slipped in on us, Alice. Is that a fat cat or what is that? I ain't going. I don't know what that is right in the cartoon, but it's good to have y'all. But we're going to, like I said, we're going to support that Miss Bridget and her wonderful operation. I can't wait till the hot weather come and get one of these drinks that she has right here. She got more than this, and we got to put a new presentation up for Bridget. But Bridget, we're grateful for what you're doing, and you all get to that job fair, and you won't be sorry that you did. Let me see, make sure I made all the announcements because business is important. And Latoya McDonald, we're grateful for her and her support and her insurance coming with Farmers Insurance. We're just really inspired by what she's doing. She'll be coming later this week with some information and maybe answer some questions that you have about your insurance. And I know that there's some people wishing now, even renters insurance is real important because there were a few apartment complexes in Mississippi around the Greenwood area that really was affected by the storm, and those people lost everything. And when I say everything, they lost everything. And renters insurance is really reasonable, folks. So if you get you some, you got to get you some to protect yourself and to protect that possessions that you have. And but your life is more important than anything. Life is more important, and we know that people have lost their lives, and we're praying for everyone that's been affected by these terrible terrible situations that have gone on. Listen, on the economy side of things, listen, we went through this weekend. No wonder the storms were so, man, the storms were so bad, and it was bad in Washington too. When you look at it, they passed that spending bill in the Senate. The senators, 10 of them, went along with the Republicans and said, keep the government open. It seemed like it's closed already because you can't get anything really done. And this man is cutting things. And the federal judge, which I'm happy to report, the federal judiciary stopped the orange man and his muskrat from doing some real damage to people, taking their jobs and their benefits because they haven't even passed the probationary period. And he eliminated a lot of people, which is affecting government services. Listen, just like I said about the tax services, and I said about FEMA and all these are things that directly affect us and our sense of being. There have been reports about the terrorists. There's been reports about this. There's been a report about that. But my thing is that we got to support each other, folks. We got to get up and we have to create a process and an atmosphere first and a process in order to support each other, because if we do not do that, we're going to be subject to the regulations and not just the regulations, but then their way of trying to tell us how we should spend and how we should live. Already food is a subject. We were having a discussion last week about food and how food is not being inspected and different things. Now they're trying to find these people that they have fired from the USDA. These are the people that check our meat out, our food, make sure everything is okay. They fired those people. Now, that would just surprise me. I mean, these are the people that look out for the bird flu, for everything. And you get rid of several of these people, which means something is going to go lacking when you don't have oversight. You got to have oversight. You got to have some kind of oversight. You got to have somebody's got to watch what's going on. Brother Lee is here. And I'm not just saying that because I just want to say it. I'm saying that because we're really living in some tight times. If you go to the store, it's the same thing. Like I said, we got to prepare ourselves for the more of it coming. It's trickling down, but the trickle is getting a little wider because, like I said, people don't know what uncertainties are coming. We don't know the economy and the markets and your 401ks and I mean, it's so much that's entailed because you even get a penalty for taking your own money out. We were talking about this, and I was discussing this with someone, and if there are penalties that now you got my money, I got to penalize. I get penalized because I need my money back, but you're gonna penalize. You just gonna keep my money anyway. Is there any safer? And I'm talking to some finance people and also to Miss Latoya McDonald and some other finance people, and also Brother Lee with his expertise in business and also in financing for the common man. I mean, the common man that doesn't know about finances. There's a lot of us that don't know. There are a lot of things that we don't know as far as how banking goes, how those things, we just see the account and whatever. And do we get interest off of it? What do they do with the interest? What say do you have? Is a bank or a bank versus a credit union? What should we be doing to protect ourselves? Should there be black banks? There are several I know of that I'll be reaching out to. But in this quest for us to stay on top of not just buying black, I'm not saying, but black businesses, black people do matter. We matter. We matter because of not just the buying power that we have, not just because we can go to the store now and go live here and do this and we're richer now than we ever been or had the opportunities that we're. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that as I look at things and as I'm observing, and just this weekend alone, I have seen some things that just kind of like threw me for a loop about where we're going as a country. the threats, the rumbles that we hear. And then we say, well, we don't have stocks. We're not in financing. We ain't rich folks. We ain't got their problems. We ain't got their money. But we're living. You know what I'm saying? The rich people is all right because they getting the tax breaks, $4.5 trillion tax break. Is a trillion or billion? I gotta figure it out. I think it's a 4 point. It's a tax break, big tax break, billion. I think. I don't think it's a trillion. Whew, that's too much of a tax break. You're gonna give these folks a tax break. Folks that have taken and doing and greedy and these evil cabals. These people, it's just people. People we don't see. People we don't hear from. I got Brother Lee who has just arrived, which not just arrived, we've been here for a little bit, and I've been talking a little bit because even though we got the situations that are going on in Mississippi with the weather and events that have been happening here, you all continue to, like I said, you continue to reach out to the Red Cross. I don't have any kind of precise information. If you can, Alice or Penelope, somebody can research some information for us that could help those residents in the South, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, especially Mississippi, so we can throw some on the screen. I'm sorry about being ill prepared. Brother Lee is here. Brother Lee Mack is here. Brother Lee, I had started off my this morning program with some interesting video that we had of the storms that we've been getting here in this region, and man, it packed a heck of a punch to us, and I was just, I mean, man, it was something. The wind alone and the these old trees that were snapping, and there's a lot of people, Brother B, that man, they live in those what do you call them? Those not modular houses, those trailer houses, trailer houses. Come on in, Brother Lee, and give your sentiments because our folks are down there. They'd be glad to hear your voice. Like I say, good morning to my nephew, James. Hey, man, I told him I was going to shout out to him. He thought I forgot. I forget. Go ahead, Brother Lee. Grand rising to you, sir.
Great day, new beginnings, everyone. I like to say, I've had some damages to my home and I had some storm damage and everything. And the thing about this is that you have to contact FEMA if you've had any damages to your home, you've had any kind of, you know, any kind of roof or any kind of water damage or any kind of damage, contact FEMA and see what they can do about it. If you can't get it done if you don't put it out there, so contact them. Um, you if you don't have insurance, if you do have insurance, you still contact FEMA. And then I like to say, it's $1 trillion. It's 2 trillion, not billion. It's trillion. The tax break is trillion. It's in the trillions. Then I like to say, as far as the thing is, I'm going to tell you something about jobs and what we're doing that what we could be doing better to get a position. I don't like to call them jobs. I call them positions. Because that's what we're trying to elevate ourselves and go from position to position and try to do better and get to the ultimate thing, which I think is being an entrepreneur, working for yourself, creating your own products or services that people can buy into, and you can grow and you can pass down to our kids and our families and our and our families and our communities. The thing is that, and I'm gonna tell you something. I've been out here for a while, and I've gotten a few positions and I've learned that they're gatekeepers at these positions that you may want. and we're using the wrong methods. I think some of us are using wrong methods. We have job services that, LinkedIn and everything like that to just try to get us a job or a position. And I think we're going about it the wrong way. What I used to do, I used to go to these job services, and sometimes I look in unemployment, services, and they tell me about a job that's posted, and they'll tell me that, contact them, send your resume in. But the thing is that I'm gonna tell you, most of the positions that I've gotten, and I've shot pretty high when when I went after a position, was I would I've learned that the gatekeepers are usually Caucasians. And sometimes, even if they're of our race, uh, they don't want the best and the brightest. The gatekeepers don't let the best and the brightest in, because the best and the brightest get in, they're going to be their boss. So they don't want to bring the best and the brightest. So that's why you wonder why you don't qualify, why you can't get that position, why you can't get in front of someone that can hire you, that can get you that position, because you say your credentials are perfect. They are what the company needs, and why you can't get past this. In some cases, in a lot of cases, it's because the gatekeeper, that person that does that looks at that interview, that resume, it keeps you from getting to the next step. The next level is they don't want you in there. So what I used to do, what I've done, and I went after, it seemed like most positions I went after, I got them. It didn't matter about the economy. It didn't matter about any of that. I didn't look at the economy and say, well, it's time for me to look. Oh no, I can't look right now. Look at the economy. Look at the inflation. Never stopped me from getting a position. I may have to push a little harder, but I've always gotten the position I wanted. And most of the time, it was a position where they never had a black face in there. Most of the jobs I've gotten in the last 20 years, I was the first black guy they ever hired. And they were very racist, but they love money. And the thing is, to get past that gatekeeper, what I had to do was I had to call the one who's above the gatekeeper. Sometimes I even call the vice president. I call the CEO. I tell them how I can increase their market share. I tell them I only need 2 minutes of your time. Can I come down? I won't take much time. And I come down there and I'd be talking for 2 hours. See, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you an instance where I was. This is just something. This is a true story. I called a waste management company, and I told him how I can increase his market share. It's a guy in Illinois. And I said, I can increase your market share. And he said, look, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. You come on down here and talk to me. And he had a company in Warrenville, waste management company. And I had a raggedy car. I parked my car 2 blocks down, wore a suit, had a briefcase with nothing in it. And I went there and I sat down in there, and I went in there, and he had an all white company. No black folks worked in there. I got in there and I had my nice suit on, no nothing in the briefcase. And we talked for 2 hours. I told him how to take his garbage. He was paying to get his garbage taken to a refuge place. And I explained to him how he can get paid. It's a place that will pay him to take his garbage away. And he called his other friend who owned another business, and we got on the phone and we were talking. So he was astounded that I knew things that he didn't even know, and he had a business for over 20 years. So that's the thing, is that do your homework, look the part, speak the part, be the part. And you know what? They love money. Some of them will overlook the fact that you're black, white, green, blue, purple, and they will have you in there. And they love money, but you gotta be creative in how you get past the gatekeeper, and that's very important. So you learn that, use your imagination, your creativity, and the things that you've seen your parents do or did not do, or whatever, what they could have done better about how they would in their positions that they're in. and be creative. All these ideas you're snatching off of social media, take them and put them to work for you. You know, you spend more time on your phone than you do anything. And that's the thing. Use this information, use social media to your advantage. Don't use it for just entertainment. We're using it for entertainment, and it's not for the entertainment for us because we can't use. Here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you this. Um, our leaders, our so-called leaders, pastors and politicians and social workers, and our leaders, what we call Jesse Jackson and other people, that speak for us, and that we allow them to. And they think we are monolithic people where we have a leader. We don't have leaders. We got different minds, different ideas, and the thing is that those so-called leaders, they tell you about how you can succeed using Caucasians' tools to fix our problems. See, we've been using their tools to fix our problems, and we're upset because we can't get anywhere with it. That's like using they giving you their Phillips screwdriver to fix a flathead screw problems. It won't fit. So we have to come up with our solutions to fix our problems and stop letting these so-called black leaders tell us that we can do this, just work harder. We have to be smarter, more creative. We have to come up with our own situations to fix our own solutions to fix our problems and stop using white folks' solutions and white folks solutions to fix our problems. And that's what we've been doing for hundreds of years and wondering why we haven't gotten anywhere. Yeah, we got a good push at a certain time in the 30s and the 20s, and we got a good push, built our own towns, and then they figured out, they said, oh man, let's stop them. So we have to come up, every time they stop us, we got to come up with a new solution. Because when we make a push, they push back even harder. Now, this Donald Trump situation, where they're in office, they saw President Obama, so that was our push. Now they pushing back twice as hard. So now we got to push. We got to keep pushing because they're not gonna let us just have what we want, what we need, what we deserve, and that's the thing. So understand this: we're going to have to stop using their solutions for our problems. It's like the Wizard of Oz on the Wiz. You know, you got those gatekeepers, wouldn't let them in, wouldn't let them in. You know, they want to see the Wiz. So you got to get around so you can get to that. So you can get that position. You can get those things that you need. We're going to have to be more creative as a people. Stop looking at social media, use it to our advantage. You know, make it work for you. Don't work for social media. Don't just let it entertain you. Don't let it kill your time because that's all we have is time. We got an abundance of it, but we don't know how much of we got because God didn't tell us. So you got to work like you got just one day. So every day is precious. And I'm gonna turn it over to you, my brother.
Exactly. You know something, when you put it that way, it's hey Sherry to everybody. Hey Sherry, okay, what are okay, wait a minute, we got a question. So what are some of the suggestions to get this accomplished? It's a great brotherly. This is a question I think directly to you, Sherry, our correspondent up in Dolton. Hey, how are you? It's been a long time since we've seen her. She says she's asking. She said, "What are some of the suggestions to get this accomplished?" She says it's a great idea, brother Lee. Come on.
Well, like I gave you an example. I look up all businesses all the time, and I see what they do. I look into what they do well and what they don't do. I look at their competition, how their competition does what they do, and what they do well and what they don't do. You know, and I do my homework. I do a deep dive. Any company or position I want to work, I want a company I want to work for. I want to, do something with, or partner up with. I find out what they do well and what they don't do well, how their market share is, how they present their product or service. And then I go straight to the guy who's in charge, who can make the most, can do that selection process rather than going to that HR guy whose job is to keep me out, whose job is not to let me go forward. And I be creative. If I got to call that CEO, that vice president, because he's got a phone number, he's got an email address, or she's got an email address, or she's got a phone number. I'll contact that VP, or I'll go to that. If I can go to that company, I'll sit out there. And you can't quit on the first try, or the second try, the third try. It was jobs that I did 14. I did 14 phone calls and 5-6 visits. And they say, you won't quit, will you? I say, no, I won't. They gave me that, they hired me and put me on temp service for 3-4 months. And I went in that VP's office, that CEO office. And I told him, look, man, I proved myself. I'm ready to move up now. He said, yes, I was going to call you about that, Lee, anyway. I said, well, you don't have to call me. I'm right here. And you know what he asked me? He says, where do you see yourself in 5 years? He's the CEO of this company that he had inherited since the 1930s, and it was turned over family to family, guy to guy, and he was like the third or fourth generation. And he said, where do you see yourself? I said, I see myself sitting at your desk. He said, where I'm gonna be? You're gonna be on vacation somewhere else, but you're not gonna be sitting there, because that's gonna be my desk. And that's what I told him. So you got to be courageous, bold, and you got to be willing to back it up. So that's the thing. We have to do our homework. There's no excuse. There's no substitute for homework. There's no substitute for hard work. And that's what I have to say.
All right, we're approaching our second break time, and I'm grateful for everybody being here on this morning. Good morning to all y'all, even y'all in the bushes. I know I see the bushes is shaking. Like say good morning to Dr. J and everybody that's here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to the McMahon Morning Show each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast right here on Mag Media 3. And we're just grateful to be here. Thank you to all of you all that's showing your concern. At the bottom of our screen, we got a ticker going, and it will go the rest of the show, how you can help the victims of the storm in the state of Mississippi, especially. They really need your help urgently. Go through the Red Cross is the best thing. Thank you to Alice, our moderators, and to Penelope for their updates. FEMA also, contact FEMA. FEMA works really directly with Red Cross there. You don't have anywhere to go, or you listening, somebody that you know that's been affected, that you can get this information, please get them this. And I'm sure they can direct you and help you in the ways that you need. We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to the McMahon Morning Show.
Our families are precious. We work hard each and every day to make sure that they're safe and secure and have a future. Jones McDonald Insurance Agency, a full-service insurance agency, is here to help you with all of your needs, whether it be life, health, auto, home, or specialty insurance. Call Farmers Insurance Agent Latoya McDonald at 708-722-1538, 708-722-1538.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Have you started a business or thinking about doing it? Don't have the right tools or have the right information? Well, I'm glad that you stopped by here. Rolanda Footman has a new ebook called Success Starts Here, giving you the tools necessary to build the winning mindset for entrepreneurs. You can get your free copy of this wonderful ebook by going to thomasandleebusinesssolutions.com, thomasandleebusinesssolutions.com to get your free copy. All MacMan Morning Show listeners will have this opportunity free to have this wonderful periodical that you can add to your business repertoire as far as going back to getting the things that you need for a successful business. Thomas and Lee BusinessSolutions.com to get your free e-copy of Rolanda's wonderful book, Success Starts Here, that surely will give you the necessary tools to build a winning company.
All right, let us remember, excuse me, let us remember to support our sponsors. There's some adjustments that must be made on our community calendar piece with Dr. J. We got a copyright strike because if I didn't listen to it, it was, and I'd like to give credit to Quincy Jones Productions that rearranged that song, Can You See a Brand New Day, on our community calendar piece. It is a copywritten song. It was premiered on The Wiz back in the day. Diana Ross, Nipsey Russell, Michael Jackson, Richard Pryor, all of those. So it's copywritten material. It's not going to affect us right now, but we're going to have to make some changes. I'm learning some new things with some new technology. I know how to plaster in videos now. So James Mack is working to make sure that things are done right now, but things will be in order. We're working on several things here at the MacMan Morning Show, Mac Media 3 Productions. Like to say hello to everyone. Grand rising to all. My reader will be back real soon. He's on spring break. He had to get him a break from schoolwork and different other things, and going to have him up real soon. And to all of you that are anticipating the opening of St. Patrick's. Now, let me tell you about this real quick. Tiffany Kamar and St. Patrick's, this wonderful place, the premier steak. I mean, it is really wonderful. This facility is. And we're in communications with Miss Tiffany Kamar for the productions. Doing the productions, we're trying to get things together over there. It's really going to be interesting. Check out St. Patrick's online. I forgot to put the thing up, but I got to get it so that you all can have their connection. Wonderful opportunity just in time for the beautiful weather that's getting ready to come. You can see the skyline of Chicago from the rooftop, and we're working hard with them to see. Okay, that's okay. You said okay. I thought I saw that. Okay. All right. And we're just grateful. Brother Lee is still here with us. We just had our little break here in between. And I'd like to say also good morning and grand rising to all of you all that have been messaging and letting me know that you all are okay down there in Greenwood. Senator Simmons and all of you all that are down there, we're rooting and we're praying for you all that the help comes that need to come. You all keep them in prayers. As we were continuing to talk, I had brought this situation up to Brother Lee about banks versus credit union. Now, I'm not an expert. I'm not saying nobody that I'm a genius or anything like that. I'm far from it. I always wondered uh, because there's several. Like I said, we can't. You can go to the most major banks, whatever your credit ratings are. You have everything in order and everything, and we get to run around. We get to run around about the money, whether we need a loan for our businesses or whatever. We don't have. It's so hard for us to get capital. Yeah, I know that sometimes people, even in our in younger days, credit mess up your credit. Whether you were in college and got them, because they used to send you credit cards. If you was in school, they send you credit cards and gave you limits, and we be spend, full spend, and not knowing that along down the line, not only do you have student loans, but you also got credit cards. You're trying to live fabulous and doing all these things that you do, and it became such that when it was time to pay back, you can't pay back. Now you got to go, and we have to work here. We got to do that. Brother Lee, can you give us any kind of insight on when we do go to work? We got to cash our checks, this and that, and the other, pay our bills and everything. And I want just, whatever knowledge that you do have on banks versus the credit union. From whatever the knowledge is that you got. And y'all participate too in the chat if you like. Go ahead. Oh, did I lose him? I thought. Did I lose you, Brother Lee? I think I
No,
have.
I'm here. I'm
Okay,
here.
there he is.
Well,
Okay,
yeah.
banks and credit union. Banks, but I wouldn't like to say versus, but yeah, versus credit union.
Well, the thing about that is that a credit union will help you establish yourself at that borrowing, that loaning facility, that quicker than a traditional bank would, But the credit union require that you get a relationship with them. You have to put some funds in there, and you have to establish a relationship with that credit union. But you can put money in a bank all day long and you won't get, and they don't listen. They don't they're slow to the draw. Credit union tends to be a better listener. You have a better opportunity at a credit union than you do a traditional bank. Yeah, they like the banks love to have you put your money in. They're very nice to you. They know your name if you've been banking with them for years. But when it comes down to getting some financial assistance, it falls on deaf ears. I mean, you practically have to. You got to put up some collateral. All loan lending institutions require something, but a bank, you can have uh, collateral and you still may not get that loan. It's a good chance you may not get it because unless you got a house, you want to put a house up, and it's a lot. It's a lot you got to put up when you're doing a traditional lending institution, and the credit unions are more likely to listen, and I've seen a lot of people. I have a lot of friends, and they've gotten their cars through credit unions because the interest rates were lower, and that's the thing. People don't say, well, let me go to the credit union and get my loan from the credit union to get this car or whatever. Because if you buy it, and I'll give you an example, you buy a car through a dealership, he's got his own lending facility that he uses, and it's at a high interest rate, extremely high. And if you have a relationship with a credit union, you can get that same loan at a lower interest rate. And, so that's a good example right there. So that's the thing. Even if you went to a bank, the interest rates are going to be, may not be to your liking. You go to that credit union, it's going to be at a better interest rate, something you can actually deal with and not hurt you. So yeah, I would say, I have a few people that I know quite a few people that have relationships with credit unions. It goes way back, to the day, even probably before that. And if you can go to a African, institution, I'd say go sit down in there because they're more likely to listen to you and they understand your problems and how what we go through. And try those. Try some of our lending institutions and see what they're talking about. And 'cause they can sit down and talk to you, and, and maybe and understand you without looking at your skin color first and asking you, some stupid questions, like how did you get in that neighborhood and how you get that job and how you get that business and you know uh, uh, one of us won't ask you that because we're proud of you getting to where you are and we're trying to help you get further, and that's a lot of those black institutions. So that's what I would say, like Seaway Bank. That's an African American institution. That's a bank where my brother used to go, and when he was alive, he had his businesses and he dealt exclusively with Seaway Bank, and that was a black institution. So black folks everywhere in that bank made you feel good. But that's what I have to say about that, my brother.
Well, I'm grateful that we had this opportunity to uh, look at several things. I'm going to put together a panel of such, Sherry and some others, and some other of our folk that got, and Brother Lee and others, that we come together and talk about this because we got to have somewhere. We talk about 401ks. We talk about um, our safety nets that we're supposed to have or should have in these times. Where did we put it? What are we going to do with what we have? And I wanted to see if we can. We're going to try to see if we can arrange to have some people to come on and give us that kind of advice. We got to prepare our. We got to secure what we have. Yeah, one thing to have a job, but then even the market by
I would like to
the
say,
versatile. Yeah, go ahead, Lee.
I
Go
like
ahead.
to say one thing.
Hmm.
We have a lot of resources out here we don't know about. Actually, I got a cousin. He invests in the stock market and things of that nature. He's been doing it for several years. Brother's been he knows that and he learning all the time. And I'm sure he can offer his knowledge on how we,
Yeah, we
and
got
you
to
know
get them
what,
on.
you don't have to put a lot of money in the stock market. You could put $10, $20 or $50 in a stock. People say, man, I ain't got enough money. Well, you put a few dollars in, you can buy pieces of a stock, like sister was saying before. And he could tell you how to do that and what's the best stocks to do and how you watch it and how you do it and things like that. Like I have a few daughters that deal in mortgage industries. They've been doing it for years, and they helped me get my home, and they helped me learn the ins and outs of how you do that. From years ago, they stepped in. They were young, and but they knew what they were talking about. They were underwriters. Some of them. I mean, I have daughters that were underwriters, and then I had a daughter that was actually a manager of underwriters at a lending institution, and she knows. And both of them, they have friends that work on all sides of the lending industry, and they can tell you about how to refi your mortgage and what not to do, and tell you when is a good time to get in, what you need to do to clear your credit up. And because when I first started to get my home, my credit wasn't too good, and it wasn't good as it should have been. And they told me how to clean. I cleaned it up and I'm gonna tell you something. I think I cleaned my credit up in 7 to 10 days. 7 to 10 days. I cleaned it up.
Wow.
They showed me how to do it. I went from wouldn't look at it to just going right through. My house was clear. I bought my house within a week. Didn't take me but a week to get the house, and they cleaned
Wow.
my credit up in 10 days. They told me who to pay, how much to pay them, and how to negotiate your payments. See, here's the thing: when you got creditors, a lot of your creditors have sold that loan, that debt to some other creditor, and he sold that debt to another creditor. And see, here's the thing: you don't pay full price on paying off that debt. You negotiate that debt. Now, here's the thing: when you get it to a number, let's say you owe $1,000 and you've been owing it outstandingly, let's say 6 months, over 6 months, over a year or 2 or 3, and you see it still showing up on your credit report, so when you call that creditor up and you say, look, how about if I give you 30 cents on the dollar? He'll say, I call you. They'll say, I call you back. And they'll call you back and say, you'll go back and forth. He'll say 40%, he or she'll say 30 for 40%, 30%. You chop it down. Then you do this. You have them send you a statement saying that what they agreed on before you send the money. You have them send you that statement saying this is what we agreed on. Then you send them that money and you take that statement, you go into your credit bureau, you say, look, this is what I paid off. They take it right off. And then some of that stuff on your credit report, should have fell off. So you can get that off of there. You can wipe that off without paying a dime. So those things to get your credit up, you can clean it. There's things you can do. Never pay full price when paying off a debt. You know, negotiate. And then some of that stuff you don't have to pay a dime to get that removed off because it's been on there too long, or something's happened to it. So yeah, those are some of the things that you can do. Um, we can do things to help ourselves. It's a shame that, our politicians don't tell us this. Our pastors don't tell us this. They have this information too. They can share it with you when they're in church. We could get a section in the church where a time period in church where when they doing a service, say now we're gonna give a financial report on how you can save your home, on how you can get you a better position. And instead of telling you, listen, and that's the thing the churches are for. They're for helping the community. They for teaching you. When they got all those people in front of you and he's telling you how you gotta pray and how you have to give those tithes in, he should tell you how he or she should be able to tell you how you can save your home, how you can get your kids through college, what loans, what grants are available out here still. What grants are available for you to fix your home, what grants are available for you to start a business, what schools and vocational schools can you go to without paying a dime. Those things are still out here for us. It's not hopeless for us. We got the tools out here, but we got to look for them. We got to dig for them. We got to scratch for them. But here they are there. And when we got pastors that don't tell you this, we got politicians that don't let you know this. They're not working in your best interest. Your pastors are not working in your best interest. When they don't stand up and say, listen, this is what we need to do. We got vocational schools that you can go for free. We got places that can help you with your mortgages that you're going to have to pay a dime, that they'll say they'll pay your mortgage, give you some mortgage relief for 6 months, 3 months, where you don't have to pay a thing and it don't go on to your credit report. There's plenty of things. I'm telling you things that I know. So this is what I like to say, my brother.
All right. And like Sherry was saying, also, we also have to understand that people they want to sell them products now. And I know it's a lot of people out there that's saying that they can do this and they can do that, but buyer beware, shop, be very careful about who you listen to. Do your homework. Don't settle on the first person, but they're going to give you a sales pitch out of this world. But hopefully we can find some people that are qualified to come and to speak to our audience on these topics. I think that it is very important that we do. we owe it to ourselves to understand and how to understand how to maneuver in this economy that, man, who knows? Not that we know for certain, but that we do know that we have options out there to make it. Listen, I'm going to just play a couple, just one more of our commercials, and I'm going to sign off. But we're going to sign off for the day. We're just really grateful. Listen, no, before we do that, yeah, I still accept any gifts that you you have. It's still my birthday month. I had to put that in there, but that's okay. But I wanted to also say that in addition to early voting has started in the south suburbs. Early voting has started in the municipalities. Those of you that know that Clean House 2025, that's who I'm both rooting for. Y'all go ahead and take care of this Cassandra situation. Get the vote out early. Let's show people that they can move forward. We're going to be getting more from them on what the activities and what's going on there as they open up a new chapter in that village's beginning. It's a new beginning for them. We're hoping for and rooting for, praying for the new leaders that are going to be coming forth. You know, after so much shenanigans, I don't know what people are going to do with themselves. It's going to be so, ain't nobody going to be hollering and carrying on. And I think that Miss Woman, I ain't going to mention her name, is going to try to do something, but that's not my business. I'm going to stay out of grown folk business. Listen, you're listening to the Magman Morning Show. We'll be right back after these messages. We're going to sign off and talk about tomorrow.
Tune in to the Macman Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Macman Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And we want to thank each and every one of you for being here on the Magman Morning Show. Right now, 17 past the hour. We get ready to get out of here. Listen, I want you to tune in this week. We're going to have some real interesting shows. I'm going to work on getting those financial persons here so that we can talk about the bank and the credit union. We're going to continue to help and reach out to those in the state of Mississippi and the state of Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, in that Belt region. We're asking all of you to continue to pray. What's this here? Yes, Alice will be on today, y'all. Alice, blessed child of God on YouTube. Y'all check her out and her wonderful platform. See, I almost see you almost. I had to remind myself to make sure we put that inside there. Where's your link? Can you put that link up real quick? We got about about 2, about a minute or so. If you can put that in, Alice, for us. I want to thank Alice for all of her work that she does, and thank all of you for being here. Thank you, Sherry, for showing up. I know that you're busy still around this time of the day. You're doing wonderful things. Listen, don't forget to love somebody. Hey, listen, it doesn't cost you anything to love and to care. Continue to pray for those in the state of Mississippi, especially after these severe storms. I'm James Mack. I'm your host, and we'll be back on the Macman Morning Show on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Mac Media 3 Productions, Mac Media, Macman Morning Show.
It's a rap, baby,